Hello, I'm Michael Colley. Welcome to 5 Minutes with ENGINIUS UK from the factory in Bremen here in Germany as we discuss hydrogen infrastructure. In simple terms, where do you actually get your hydrogen from? So it's all very well thinking green, it's even better buying green. But if you've got a hydrogen fuel cell powered vehicle and no hydrogen, you've got a problem. Let's solve that problem. With me now to talk it through from ENGINIUS UK, Head of Engineering, David Graham, co-founder and Chief Technology Officer of infrastructure company Element 2, Brendan Bilton, and from Rise Hydrogen Mobility, Business Development Manager, Will Darby. We have 5 minutes to sort out everybody's problems. Let's give it a go from now. And David, let's be clear on the problem first of all. Chicken and egg, isn't it? Infrastructure, vehicles, where are we?
We hear about the chicken and egg a lot, yes. There's a few parts to this puzzle. The main ones being the vehicle and the hydrogen supply. The vehicles, we have over 150 in operation in mainland Europe. As you can see behind us, we have a factory building them. We're producing 2 new vehicles every single week. The vehicles we have some confidence in. The hydrogen supply, yeah, that's the other part, and that's what we need to work towards.
Is there an argument for operators waiting until everything's, properly up and running?
We don't have the luxury of waiting. That's the truth of the matter. By 2035, there's commitments there in the sand. We can't get away from that. We have to make this happen. As I said, we have the vehicles, we have the hydrogen. The supply does need to get better. But right now, today, we can drive a vehicle from Manchester to London and back again, and that's with current infrastructure.
All right, even now. And as you say, the vehicles are here, so ticking the box for that one. Will, have we got operators who want those vehicles and can see the benefits?
Yes, Rise has been working with a number of massive household names, Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Royal Mail, who have all either successfully done a trial or are in the process of planning vehicle trials today.
And the industry is interested in this now because of what?
Green hydrogen is a zero-emission fuel, so it can offer operators quiet operations, but also close to 100% reduction in their carbon emissions from logistics.
Okay, so the interest is really there, the trucks are still there, but we do come back to that big problem of the infrastructure. Are we going to get the full infrastructure we need? And that is a question that I put to Robbie Harbison from Haskell.
I think if you look at the infrastructure already established within Europe, the UK is a little bit behind the curve. But with the hydrogen allocation funding that's being announced and all the projects associated to that, we'll see some big developments in the UK over the next 3 to 4 years.
And where does ENGINIUS fit into this, would you say?
ENGINIUS will be pivotal, critical to establish hydrogen vehicles and hydrogen trucks throughout Europe. And the collaboration that we've had with ENGINIUS has been fantastic. They've brought a lot of key stakeholders and industry experts together. And yes, fantastic collaboration.
Well, that's great to hear. Let's focus on some of the solutions. Brendan, what's the vision that you have? What's the vision as you see it for hydrogen?
So Element 2 have a plan to install 20 to 30 hydrogen refuelling stations in the next 2 to 3 years on the UK road network. Working with Rise, we plan to have a nationwide network of refuelling stations over the next 5 years, which means anybody can take an ENGINIUS truck from Land's End to John O'Groats without having any range anxiety on it.
But importantly, even now, you're able to supply hydrogen at people's depots and key locations even without more infrastructure.
Yes, so we've got a range of solutions that we can provide. So if you're just doing a single truck demonstration, we have a refueling solution that's capable for that. But the real thing for us is making sure we put the permanent stations out there so we can support and supply hydrogen to a multitude of vehicles as well as trucks.
Taking the hassle away.
Taking the hassle away, yeah.
Should operators perhaps be worried about the availability of hydrogen itself, actually getting the gas?
No, there's no problem about hydrogen availability, but there is a shortage in green, high-purity hydrogen that fuel cells need. But with the emergence of new technologies coming onto the market every year, new suppliers, we don't see there being a constraint problem looking forward.
All right, we're heading towards our final minute. Will, let me turn to you. Your company is involved in infrastructure, supply of various bits of infrastructure and so on. How do you see the journey towards getting a proper hydrogen future with the infrastructure?
Well, as Brendan's already alluded to, there's a massive government drive for this. So there's a multi-billion-pound green hydrogen production scheme that is already in operation, and we're seeing the first projects securing their funding for that. We think in the next 3 to 5 years that these projects will start to go operational, and this will flood the market with low-carbon hydrogen, making it much easier to get access to it for operators. At the time being, Brendan and Rise and Element 2 are working on developing this network of refueling stations so customers can easily access it. And in the short term, it's about working with ENGINIUS and the other market suppliers to make sure hydrogen's available.
So collaboration, the name of the game. David, final 15 seconds. How can you assure people that the future is hydrogen? It's all coming together and it's coming now.
We've got the vehicles. These guys have the hydrogen supply. We've got all the pieces and the components we need. So let's just make it happen. Let's do it.
And there's our 5 minutes. David, Brendan, Will, thank you very much indeed for joining us. And from ENGINIUS UK, here in Germany, thank you for watching.